Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. This is Indira, and on this channel I like to do gear review, camera reviews, and from time to time vlogging. So if that's something that you are interested in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on new videos that come out. And in today's video, we are reviewing the RODE PodMic, the newest addition to my setup, specifically for solo podcasting in the future, and or a just nicer microphone quality desk setup. I recently picked up the RODE PodMic at my local Guitar Center. So right off the bat, it has very nice packaging. It says PodMic, and it is a dynamic podcasting microphone. It has a internal pop filter, broadcast quality, rugged build, and if you register it through RODE Microphone, you get a 2-year warranty, which is really nice. I really appreciate the minimalist and clean design that RODE went with the packaging. So nice. Let's get to what this bad boy looks like. So you open the box, and here is the microphone. Very, very nice. So it comes with a, PodMic quick starter guide. But let's be real, we don't really use that. I don't really know people who use that. But here is the microphone. Now it is a hefty weighted microphone. It might not look like it, but it has significant weight to it, which is nice because you know that the build quality is solid and that they didn't use plasticky type materials for this microphone. I love the clean and minimalist design to this. It's very just clean cut, and it can go with any setup that you have, which I really like. And of course it has the XLR cable on the back. And then what I really like about this microphone is that it has 2 thread mounts. So it has the larger thread mount and then the smaller thread mount inside. So if you're using this on a desk microphone stand, those typically tend to be thicker, or if you're using it on a standard thread mount on maybe like a cheaper type of stand, then this should work with that. And I think that all microphones should have that double thread. It's just super convenient. And if you unscrew this, you can then move this any which way you want, and it's just really convenient that you can do that. So I really like the design. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It looks very nice straight off the bat. Very impressed. Let's go hook it up to the Sony FX3 XLR handle and see what it sounds like running this directly into the Sony FX3. Starting off, you will need the Sony FX3 along with the PodMic, the Sony XLR handle, and a XLR cable. Make sure that you connect this to the hot shoe mic. Put the input in input 1, and then the other end into the PodMic. Make sure that you have the input 1 as your main audio, and then link the second input so you can hear your voice in both headphones. Alright, so this is a test of the PodMic. As you saw, we just hooked it up to the Sony FX3 using the Sony XLR handle. And I'm monitoring my audio just using simple Apple headphones. What I really like about this setup is that it takes away a lot of the clutter that you would have on your desk. I don't have the largest desk setup, so having just the camera and the microphone set up like this is honestly perfect. And if I ever want to do tutorials or show something on the screen but then have good audio, it's so much easier to do a screen recording and then have just the audio synced directly to the camera instead of having to try to sync all of that in post, which if you've ever had to do that before, you know it's super annoying. But with this type of microphone, you want it to be as close as you can. Typically, I like to keep it around like a couple inches away from my face. I wouldn't recommend going like super close because then it becomes a little bit too warped. Right now I have my keyboard, and this is a test of me typing on my keyboard. So I find that it does a pretty decent job on blocking out the noise from behind the microphone and just focusing on your voice. Now let's do another test of me a little bit farther away from the microphone. So this is a test of me around a foot away, maybe like, yeah, around like a foot away. And this is a test of me just talking in a regular voice a foot away from the microphone. Now this is a test of me speaking really close into the microphone, and as you can tell, it is very sensitive to the voice. Now this is a test of me speaking on the side of the microphone. Now this is a test of me speaking on the other side of the microphone. Now when you buy the Sony FX3, it comes with the handle, which is really nice. Now you can buy the microphone, the proprietary Sony XLR microphone that fits with this XLR handle. I'm looking at the B&H website right now, and if you bought the microphone, the Sony XLR microphone and the handle together, it goes for $598, which is a ton of money. For $100, this seems pretty good, and I would highly recommend on getting a $100 microphone, something that can get the job done, than having to spend extra money on a Sony proprietary microphone. Now, by all means, if you can afford the Sony brand microphone, then I mean, go for it. But a lot of people, if you're already spending so much money on the camera, lenses, and all that other stuff. Alright, so this is a audio test using the Blue Yeti. I have it hooked up right here directly into my MacBook 13-inch laptop, and I have Adobe Audition open, which I'm using to record this audio. So right now I have it in cardioid mode. So basically it's getting everything in the front, it's getting my voice, and on the sides it should be decent at like rejecting noise on the side, but then picking it up in front of the microphone. Now this microphone I've had for I think like a couple years now, and it's a really solid microphone. I love it. The only thing that bothers me is that you have to plug it into the computer as a power source, or else it just won't work and there's no way for you to record your audio. But I will say that it does pick up the voice very nicely. Personally, I like having the XLR, the RODE PodMic. To me, that's just easier because you can plug that directly into the Sony XLR handle, and then you don't have to sync audio. While with this, you do have to sync the audio in post. And if you're doing that for a lot of different cuts, or you're using this as a main podcast microphone and you don't have a camera that can go long format like the Sony FX3 where you can just keep on recording as long as you have battery, the Blue Yeti is a fantastic beginner microphone. This is what it sounds like with me talking normally, and I think it sounds pretty good. But this is just a little comparison of the PodMic compared to the Blue Yeti microphone. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on this microphone. I really like this microphone, and one of the reasons why I decided to go with this microphone is that I actually saw a YouTuber that I like to watch Jayhawk that he bought this microphone for his Sony FX3, and it sounded pretty good and it looked good in the video. So I was like, oh snap, like I should get this microphone set up. And it's just so easy to use. I have no complaints about this microphone. The price is right and the quality is good. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, peace.